Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Come in and sit on down because today we're going to be talking about the T-App disaster.
What?
There's a lot going on in the world. Recently, the #1 app on the Apple App Store, T, just suffered a massive data leak that exposed thousands of users' personal data. Data breaches occur online way more than you think, and in fact, your data has probably been sold hundreds of times already. But this data leak from this specific T app is uniquely bad, kind of funny, and pathetic. It's all these things wrapped up in one. Enough for us to be like, this is funny, let's talk about it. So, users of the T app had to basically submit pictures of themselves or their driver's license, passport, all that kind of shit to access the app itself. In 2025, more companies in the industry are moving towards the same requirements, putting way more people at risk. Data breaches happen all the fucking time, and now companies are just like, we need every bit of your information, but not only that, we need pictures of it. We need to hoard it together, which it makes sense, but good God. As additional information comes out about the leak, it seems that it was completely preventable, and the T app was lying to its users about its data collection. No. An app lying about the data collection? No, come on. This whole ordeal appears to be the tip of a larger iceberg that is going to be slowly revealed. It's just the start of something bigger, and I don't know if we are ready for it. So let's dive in and uncover what really happened.
Here's the motherfucking T.
What exactly is the fucking T app? What is it? Because when I first heard about it, I was like, is it just legitimately about tea? Which is dumb, but it's almost like tea. Tea's popular. Popular drink. Long time. Get some leaves, throw it in some soup. You drink it. You know, I don't know. But T app is actually a little gossiping ass app for little catty bitches. All right. Back in 2023, CEO Sean Cook created the app after his mother kept matching with criminals on dating apps. And I want to say right now, I feel Sean's pain. My mom's been through hell and back, right? Well, this is a tragically sad story.
It is sad. And, you know, I just say don't shoot your animals.
Well, I thought it was an accident. Was it not an accident?
No, I don't think so.
Better call that bitch Dante, because she has traversed hell and came back to Earth. Wanted to save his mother from online freaks, he created what is known as a whisper network, where women can share their experiences or stories about men that they've dated or encountered. Which, in theory, is cool, because you could be like, this guy, he shit his pants, and he was like squishing around my car. If I was a woman and wanted to know about, I would want to know that, you know? Because then if he's perfectly normal, I'd be like, why did you do that? Hiding something devious.
To be honest, I thought like Tinder and Hinge and Bumble had that for women. Like secretly women could like rate you, and then that way they could like see your score inside.
Well, first off, I don't know if a rating system is... I'm thinking about it. I didn't get any fucking dates back in the day. I had one date. I got one review and it's a star from a fucking crazy person, and no one wants to date me. You know what I mean? That could be fucked up. I just thought it was something where it's just like messaging or whatever and be like, oh yeah, hey, it's a weird story. This guy just shit his pants on our date or something.
What if it was a one-off? If I shit my pants, I don't want women telling other women that I shit my pants.
Well, then it becomes every date, which this is kind of how it is anyways, but every date is just is basically a job interview.
Yeah.
So what happened with the shit your pants thing? Sick.
Drank too much chocolate milk.
Really, yeah, exactly. Drank a lot of chocolate milk and some cheese. I was just nervous. I'm sorry. But this app is not the first of its kind and is one of numerous groups where women can go online and share information. Apps like Are We Dating the Same Guy? And nationwide Facebook groups of the same name all offer the same service, except the T app has a slight twist. Basically, women can create profiles of men and explain why they're a red flag. Other women can chime in with their own stories and vote using red or green flags, like Reddit's upvotes and downvotes. That seems a bit.
That's fucked up.
Tiny dick. But he paid for the green flag. He has some money, whatever. You know what I mean? Can you imagine someone just be like, has a small dick and then like just ruined?
Oh yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Well, some women like that.
Oh, that's true. You know, it'd be kind of fucked up. People would probably be looking through red flag categories. Be like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I like that.
I like them abusive.
Yeah, exactly. Chokes and binds. Further protections, such as being unable to screenshot within the app and requiring female IDs for sign up, ensured that it was an exclusive only women's club. Boo!
Jeez.
I don't know, we could keep that or don't keep it, I don't know. In theory, this system would allow women to stay away from catfish and predators, and as it grew in popularity, it seemed to do just that. But in late July of 2025, the app exploded in popularity and saw a 525% increase in its downloads. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram were used to promote the app, and tons of young women were instantly hooked, spilling all kinds of fucking gossip and tea like that. Isn't this, well, no, I guess it's not. I was gonna say, isn't this what Zuckerberg did? But didn't that motherfucker just be like, would you this one or this one? Yeah, probably. She's a dog. And like, whatever. So it's not really that, but let me ask you this, Nick, just to have it out there. Listen, I'm a local feminist.
Me too.
We all are. If men had an app like this, would it be seen another way?
They made it at a response.
How's the response been?
Oh, men love it.
No. Is it considered misogynistic?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay. That's just a little double standard, all right? Because maybe I want to fucking be like, yeah, she dips Lay's chips in ketchup. Red flag!
She doesn't know what a chicken is. I had a date like that. A duck flew in front of our car. She said, ooh, look, a chicken.
Start texting. Does it know what a chicken or duck? That's a chicken or a duck. Does not understand the concept of bird. That's only fair. That's only fair. T should be for both. You know what? Goddamn, I'm tired of it being T's just for the gays and women. Why the fuck can't I say tea? Tea. I want to drink some tea.
Spill the tea, sister.
I'm gonna spill the tea. Let me spill the tea. The bitch dips her Lay's chips in ketchup, and she can't identify a bird. I'm not saying the two can't either. I'm saying can't delineate a chicken or a duck. Red flag. She smelt great, didn't know what a chicken was. That's what I mean. Is that not only fair? There's the and I just spilled the tea. It's all over everywhere. It spilled it. That's all I'm saying. Wait! We want to thank today's sponsor, GamerSupps, our longest, most beautiful sponsors on this channel. You can go to gamersupps.gg and get our own flavor, raw meat. That's right, baby. It's one of the best. I'm going to say it's the best right now, and I think I need you to try it right now. It's keto-friendly, sugar-free, and there's non-caffeinated options if you have a little quail heart and it's too much for you. But also, GamerSupps right now has carbonated energy drinks. Move over, Red Bull. There's a new sheriff in town. They got all kinds of flavors right now, guys. And let me tell you, if raw meat keeps going the way it is, they're wanting to put that little bitch in a can and sell it as well. So be sure to check out my flavor, raw meat. And also, if you're unironically just wanting like a carbonated energy drink or more of the shaken energy drinks type stuff, GamerSupps is the way to go. It's fucking awesome. It is a very, very nice product. So thank you so much to GamerSupps for continuously sponsoring these channels. And hey, go check them out. You can get free samples. If you like big anime titty cups, they do tons of drops of different creators. It's just a nice thing for if you're a fan of online content and if you're needing a little extra energy boost. So thank you so much for GamerSupps for sponsoring this video, and back to the video. Now, millions of women were sharing their experiences and gossiping about the men in their lives. While it might seem like a paradise, a lot of men were very upset with the app. And by a lot of men, I think it's just guys who have already a bit of hatred anyways.
Yeah, towards the female race.
Right? Which honestly, you know what? Every single man, I think they kind of do. I think there's something there. If you're a single man out there, I think there's a little hate in your heart. There's a little bit, especially because they couldn't join and see what was being said about them. And most of the female users of the app thought that the men reacting in this way were just being childish. So why did this anger so many people? Why did the app fucking make people so livid? It's understandable that an app for women. God. It's understandable that an app made for women could restrict men, but what's driving so many men to try and join? As it turns out, many users on the T app were allegedly making false claims about specific men. And furthermore, the core component of the app involves users creating profiles of men without their consent.
I'd hate that. Take my Tinder profile, and then when women see my Tinder profile, they're not gonna swipe.
They're fucking me up from getting some pussy.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, if there's not even a snowball's chance in hell I'm getting pussy, I'm gonna kill myself. It's what Matt thinks some of the guys are saying. Some of the men these women were discussing were definitely deserving of the criticism, right? Not everyone's a perfect little flower. However, there's no filter or fact checking for claims, so anything could be said about anyone with no consequences. And as soon as this was discovered, oh shit, men started gaining access to see what the fuck was going on. Some ended up successfully getting on because guess what? There's a thing called Google, and you can be like, woman, and just download a picture and fake an ID and you're in.
That's actually what people are doing, because the Britain law, you have to show like your face. People are using Norman Reedus' face from Death Stranding 2 because it looks so realistic.
And on TikTok, numerous men have made videos explaining their distaste for the app and the slander that has been said about them. One man found out through a friend that he was listed on the app where multiple women had claimed he was a fresh off the boat, didn't speak good English, and would stare at women until they got uncomfortable. They also claimed that he was a door knocker. What the f is a door knocker? But in reality, he owned a door-to-door home consultation service.
Well, that is my business. I door knock on people. I have a home service company, so I have to door knock on people. That's what I do for a living.
Oh, they're saying that he was a...
Yeah, he'd go up and knock on the door. Ew, creepy!
Yeah, he's a door-to-door salesman, which I would say that would make my pussy all dry too. I'll say that right now. I hate door-to-door salesmen, but still, I like how they're just like, oh wait, you two, what? Are you a millionaire? No? Ew! Red flag! The lies have gotten so out of hand that the app was used to spread rumors of a serial killer in Detroit. That's so sick. It's so awesome. Shortly after the breach occurred, posts began to surface online claiming a serial killer dubbed the Teabag Killer was on the loose in Detroit and had already murdered 5 women. According to the post, women who had exposed men in their lives on the T app were found murdered with Lipton tea bags stuffed inside their mouths. See, I was like, I believe this, but I'm like, the Lipton tea, you got too far.
It's very Batman villain.
It's very, but that makes it awesome. The Teabag Killer. This is what you get for saying about me, bitch. Yeah, I'm a door-to-door salesman. Fuck you. Yeah. Do you think he like waits for them to get home? Like the lights are off, take out their purse to throw their keys in the thing. The light turns on, he's just sitting in the chair with a glass of tea.
Yeah.
Stooping it. Welcome home. What I will think would be cool though is that if the Teabag Killer, he kills him. I'm not advocating for women to die. I'm just saying in the Batman context, right?
Yes, yes.
Batman context. If there was a serial killer, he killed somebody, and then when they're dead, he fills the dead mouth with hot water and then leaves a tea bag in it. So when the cops come, it's a freshly thing. They're like, the mouth's all burned up.
Yeah, I like that.
It's kind of fucking sick, actually. The Teabag Killer. You know. The post continued by saying that a victim, whose identity was concealed by local news, had received a picture of a box of tea with her name on it. Supposed images of the murderer were also beginning to surface online. And it wasn't long before the story went viral and women on the T app in Detroit began to live in fear and contact police with potential suspects, which is also kind of fucked up. I think I know who it is. It's like a completely fake person. I dated a guy, red flag, bird kind of thing. Yeah, he was upset that I didn't know what a chicken was. Next. Detectives quickly got to work and determined that the whole thing was a hoax, and the pictures and media association with the killer were all deep fakes of people.
If you're not looking, these deep fakes can be tricky to spot.
I stuffed their throats with tea bags.
None of it was real. But just want to say again, it's f***ed up to even assume that you're like, I think I know. How f***ed up is that? Not only are all these men angels being shamed or defamed online without their knowledge, but they're also being doxxed. Multiple screenshots of people's personal phone numbers, emails, and social media accounts, and even home addresses were leaked on the app, putting many in actual danger. That's fucked up. Also, why are you sharing that? This is where he lives. Seriously, don't go there. Within the app itself, users could pay for background checks and criminal records of the people they were talking about. I want to say that's kind of a fun feature.
I was gonna say, background checks though.
A background check to be like, is this person a criminal? Because he's like, honestly, I can't wait. Yes, that's awesome. Just for fun, I'm just gonna do it. Pay the $5. Hey, so this guy actually strangles dogs. Our date's going to the pound. Why does he want to go to the animal shelter if it's her date? She looks at her dog. He's looking back up at him. If you thought that was bad, it gets even worse. The things that are said on the app are pretty fucking strange, honestly. In a private text conversation, a user was trying to warn another of how she would get her blood tested because a man she slept with had some sort of STD, right? Instead of being concerned, she was more interested in the size of his dick and ignored the blood check altogether. Yeah, but was it huge? Was it huge? She's like, no, but seriously, it's like rashy. I have like bumps. But how big was it?
Do you have a picture?
You have a picture of it and his address. Please tell me. A woman in Baton Rouge posted to the app asking if anyone knew of a man named Jaden, with the woman chiming in to talk about how they got eaten out by him. Hey, do you guys know Jaden? I like him. Yeah, he eats pussy good. Well, if it's Baton Rouge, it's like, I ate my pussy like a crawdad. Shucked and sucked, ladies. Right out of it. Come on. Hey, you know what? I'm texting him again. Jaden, you get your ass over here. Different man named Mookie came under fire after a woman asked for the tea on him, right? The replies were all over the place. One woman said that he had a small dick, his breath stank, and he couldn't hold his liquor. Uh-oh, Mookie. The reviews are in. Not good. Another user said he slept on a mattress on the ground, and others were asking for his social media.
Dick little, can't hold his liquor.
Can't
breath
hold his
stink.
liquor, dick is small. I feel you, brother. Breath stank. I feel you, man, too. Need to brush my teeth more. Slept on an air mattress. I did that in college, too, buddy.
Nothing wrong. I don't know. I don't mind that.
I never really mind the whole. To me, if you have a bed frame, just storage. I don't have a lot of stuff. I just throw the bed on the ground.
Japanese people sleep on the floor. So.
And what's the most beautiful country in the world?
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these women are CUNTs.
But people are not just commenting on men. Sometimes they impersonate other women. A woman posted a picture of the T app to her Instagram, asking others to report an account that was impersonating her and asking about her husband. How fucking creepy is that? Women are not the only ones impersonating each other. Men are now putting on wigs and getting access to the app.
All right, fellas, I'm in. I broke the barrier, bitch. I had to put on a wig and all type of shit. Bitch, I'm in, bitch.
Hell yeah. And it seemed almost inevitable that someone would eventually gain access. And now, all the women who trusted it to keep them safe have been exposed in a massive, massive data breach. On Friday, July 25th of this year, a user from 4chan hacked into the T app, downloading over 72,000 user photos, private DMs, and driver's licenses, only to then leak them all online. And a few days later, that same person would perform another hack and leak over 1.1 million private messages. These DMs included sensitive information like phone numbers and home addresses, along with topics covering things like abuse and abortion, all kinds of just personal shit, right? Once the breach hit the news, people began to dig into how this was possible and revealed that the T app had a lot of flaws. A lot of flaws. For starters, the hackers didn't even really hack into the app itself. All of the initial images and photo IDs were all publicly accessible through the website's URL. Wait, you could do that? That'd be me, but running an app. Wait, oh my god, they can through the .com? This was news to many users because in the user agreement, it stated that any photos uploaded during the verification process would be only temporarily stored before being deleted off the server. The T app scrambled to fix the issue and remove all DM features on the app to ensure that they wouldn't be leaked in the future. Though they tried their best, it was already too late, and all of the leaked images and information had spread far and wide across the internet. The original hackers who hacked the data posted to a thread on 4chan. Threads would be taken down, but to preserve the images, the hackers would place the data into torrents and share it across the other online forums for the entire internet to access and download. The breach became such a problem that the FBI was eventually called in to conduct intense cybersecurity investigations to find out who was responsible for the breach and why. When all the women on the app realized their private information had been shared, they took immediate action. Griselda Reyes filed a class action lawsuit against the T app, citing their failure to properly secure and safeguard personal identifiable information. Quote, shortly after the data breach was announced, internet users claimed to have mapped the locations of T's users based on metadata contained from the leaked images. Despite their initial goal on empowering women, T has actually put them at risk of serious harm. Once all of this information went viral, people began to make fun of the victims of the leak simply because they trusted the company with their information and IDs. Now, there are tons of posts mocking them as a form of public shaming. Oh, look how the mighty have fallen behind your golden veil of secrets. Now we see you. We see all of you.
Yeah, they posted their pictures.
Well, yeah, now it's just gonna be guys being like, oh, really? You're gonna judge?
That's what they did.
That's what they did. That's what they do. Immediately after the breach came out, someone who was associated with the leak created an online map with 13,000 users' exact locations pinned across the world.
Yeah, I saw the image. It filled up America.
Hackers were able to use this metadata found in the leaked photos and find the exact locations of where the photos were taken and even what devices were used to take the pictures, exposing thousands of women's homes to creeps and predators online.
Fun.
Someone created a game called T-Spill, which showed 2 pictures of women exposed during the breach and had you rank which woman was more attractive. Thanks, Zuckerberg. Literally, they just saw the Social Network movie and they're just like, dude, we should totally do that. Each photo had an ELO-based ranking system similar to those in many popular competitive games. The rank was determined by how many clicks each photo received. The shaming continued. My friends, women were referred to as foids, or female humanoids, an incel term that originated on 4chan for the purpose of dehumanizing and objectifying women. This term was tied to another large feature to the game, which was the foid leaderboard that showed what pictures the players thought were the the ugliest or the most attractive. Good God, bro.
That's fucked.
You know what's fucked up though? I know the woman that was at the top of the prettiest though. They're just like, well, I mean, it's not that bad, I guess. I guess it's okay, I guess. The last and maybe the most insane feature of this game was the slide in their DMs button, which brought users to an AI chatbot website where they could create new chatbots using the leaked photos. However, the users of the app were not the only ones being mocked. The CEO, Sean Cook, who was responsible for the whole thing, was also under a lot of fire. Many thought it was ironic that a man was coding a dating app only for women and, for women's safety. A few people speculated that because the app required users to submit valuable biometric data, it may have received funding from even Mark Zuckerberg himself.
The Zuck Man?
The Zuck, who I bet you anything participated in the tea spill thing, just like my college days. I bet you maybe he's the one who did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Building his giant fucking bunker. Hey, is the end of the world happening? No.
No, I think that's just like a little shelter under, and it's like a basement.
little shelter. What
It's
are
a
you
basement.
What are you worried
It's a
about?
basement.
This is just a passion project.
Passion project. You sure? Oh yeah. Yep. These claims sound outlandish at first, but when you realize the direction that social media is headed, this is becoming a regular issue online. In October of 23, the UK passed the Online Safety Act, which looked to keep children safe online. And to do this, Parliament introduced multiple new online crimes such as cyber flashing and epilepsy trolling. The controversial part of the act was its requirement for certain websites to force users to submit photo IDs or facial scans in order to access content. Platforms like Reddit, Discord, Spotify, Blue Sky, and even Xbox all required some form of biometrics, and the public is not happy about it. When I hear people be like, we need a scan of your face, my ass thinks, I'm like, I feel like you're using my likeness for something somewhere else or whatever. It's one of those things where it's the impossible challenge of like trusting this company, even though you know like something is happening. It never win situation, I think, on both sides, both the user and the people trying to run it. And the US is following suit, with multiple states enforcing new laws that require Face ID to access certain adult websites. I mean, just this week, YouTube has begun to test AI age verification using scans of user faces. Even Rockstar Games is considering enforcing Face IDs to play GTA 6. As more and more companies turn to this new method of ID, people are slowly believing that both the US and the UK are going to turn into an Orwellian surveillance state. Since 2022, there have been hundreds of breaches with billions of people's precious data being stolen. And in 2025 alone, there have been 30 breaches with 16 billion credentials stolen. Only God knows what corporations and criminals are doing with this information. With the recent breach of the T app, it is never more apparent that companies don't care about you. They just want your personal data. You think that any of these they don't. No one gives a Well, why aren't they helping? Because they just don't care. And there will be probably a cataclysmic ending to all this, so at least we get K-pop. At least we get the new trailers for stuff. We get Skibbity Biden. We get that at least. If you do plan to hand over your IDs on social media platforms, just know that there will be more than just your friends looking at your pictures. And also, here's another thing too, dude. Keep gossip and shit between your friends. You could probably do like a server or Facebook group of people that you know, where then it's just like, this happened, whatever, blah, blah. Have you any of you heard of him? And even if they haven't, at least you can have a place to conversate. But doing it with so many strangers and stuff, like a T app kind of thing, just feels a bit dastardly.
You never know
Doesn't
who's right either, who's telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't even trust the person you're talking to, then how can you even accept the information they're giving back? I have no idea. And also, too, human beings are psychopaths. Not just men, but also women, too. Gotta fucking watch out, man. People are fucking crazy. And plus, you told me that Tinder is basically just like, it's just scams now. It's just bots, yeah. We gotta go back to the 90s where you could go into a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Put up that clip to end this video. The way you meet your new future wife or husband should be like this.
Pumpkin spice latte, please. I want it freezing, though. Actually, I just want a regular coffee. Those white girl pumpkin spice lattes annoy me.
I'm in love. Name?
Senorita Awesome.
Senorita Awesome?